No.
Technology, hard at work.
Four 30, ready to go? All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, looks like everybody's in attendance, so we're all good there. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. So I believe everybody's got the agenda in front of you.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is new business. Item 2342, appointment of health officer. So I'm pleased to announce that the four members of the personnel committee have all agreed on a candidate to bring forward to the board with a recommendation that the board appoint this candidate as our new health officer. The name of the candidate is Dr. Diana Purushottam. And unfortunately, she could not be here today because she had a prior commitment. So Dr. Purushottam, I'm just going to give you some stats on her to the best of my ability. From talking with her, she completed medical school at Chicago Medical School in 2012. During her residency, she worked in Wisconsin in the VA medical system. She went on from there to practice as a hospitalist and unit director at Mayo Clinic, developing and implementing policies to increase awareness of procedures for inpatients. She then worked as a traditional hospitalist at Cleveland Clinic. While there, she helped create a protocol for patients being discharged on warfarin that had no primary care physician. In 2012, she moved to St. Joseph County to work with the South Bend Clinic and Unity Physicians Hospital, where she developed the medicine department. She designed and developed the pre-op clinic, coordinated laboratory needs amongst the various groups, developed a hospitalist program for the clinic, and served as a chair of the hospital medicine department and as a member of the clinics governance board. Therefore, based on Dr. Purushottam's experience with creating and managing new programs and policies, managing groups and staff and administering programs, building consensus amongst groups with differing ideas, her knowledge and experience from being in our community for the last 3 years, and her desire, as she expressed to me anyhow, to develop meaningful programs that leave a positive, meaningful legacy. I think she's an ideal candidate to be our next health officer, especially given the programmatic and funding opportunities available under the enactment of Senate Bill 4. I believe she will accelerate our progress toward our mission, protect and promote the health of all St. Joe County residents. I want to thank the members of the Personnel Committee for your hard work dealing with the candidates and reviewing resumes. I especially want to thank Dr. Migliori and Dr. Servin for helping our candidates understand the duties and responsibilities that go into being a successful health officer here in St. Joe County. And I would also like to thank Kristen for bringing her forward many months ago. So appreciate that. So with that, I believe all the members of the board have had an opportunity to talk to her and ask her questions and get a sense of her abilities. So with that, I'll open it up and maybe first next steps, if the board chooses to appoint today Dr. Purushottam as our next health officer, then it goes to
the county council
county council
for approval, and then it goes to the commissioners for certification.
So we've got a few more steps to get through yet, but
Do you have a start date in mind?
we talked preliminarily mid-July, but
July 24th, I think, is what Dr. Servin
yeah, I think,
expressed.
okay, July 24th. With that, I'll open up to entertain a motion or any other discussion.
I will move to appoint Dr. Diana Pershoffum to be our next health officer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion or comment? Dr. Migliori, you've talked with her a lot, I know. You're good?
I'm I'm very, very happy that she applied, and we had another physician that we spoke to, and so we had others to compare, and I really feel very lucky and fortunate to have her as our next health officer.
Okay, great. I agree.
I would just add a comment. Jill and I had the opportunity to meet with her for about an hour and a half last week, and we were also equally impressed. And she has a young family. They're looking to make a home here. It seems like it's going to be a good fit. Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. All right. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is public comment. Let's see. The following statement provides guidance for public comment portion of the meeting, as well as the expected decorum for all conversations during the meeting. At regular meetings, the public is invited to address the board for 3 minutes regarding items posted or not posted on the agenda. Individuals may only speak once during this section of the agenda. Speakers shall properly identify themselves by stating their name and address for the record. Personnel issues are not to be addressed during the open sessions of the Board of Health. Board president may interrupt, warn, or terminate a person's statement if the statement becomes personally directed, abusive, obscene, or inflammatory. So with that in mind, also, if you want to speak, you need to sign up over here by the door on the sign-up sheet.
I have Dick Paul, but I do not have a full address for him. I'll need a full address.
Dick? Uh-oh.
I can certainly give you that. You want? It's 52180 Wyndham Crest Court in Granger.
If we would start now.
You have 3 minutes.
Okay, what's the first? I know you from Pro Health.
That's right.
45 years ago.
You've got a great memory.
5 years ago. Anyway, I wasn't sure how this was going to go. So I have a great speech, but I'm going to cut it down to about 30 seconds. I'm glad you selected someone that appears to be willing to do this job, which I think is probably very difficult and maybe even thankless. And I hope that they can advocate the board to our political leaders up above for all the things that we find very important in this area. Our county, as you know, I'm preaching to the choir, does not rank very high in the health of in Indiana. There's no reason for that. For as much as we have here, we're not a rural county with a doctor and a half. So we've got some real resources here. I think can work. The only comment I would make that I wasn't sure how this was going to go was about vaccines. When I was growing up, I had to walk in the snow a mile and a half to get down. It's not a joke. Kids were dying because of measles, mumps, whooping cough, and all these vaccines took care of polio when I was growing up as a little bit. And all those things have gone away. So for those people that are anti-vaxxers, I would say you did not grow up when I did, watching kids die, watching friends of my dad, friends of my dad's and my friends having to go to a TV stand. All those things work. So if we can keep advocating that as a board and quite vociferously if we can, that would be my hope. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to me.
Ken Smith.
Thank you. I'm Ken Smith. I live at 536 South Sunnyside in South Bend. I want to thank public servants who have brought us to this new stage. It's a lot of work serving on search committees, thinking hard about people's qualifications, trying to be as wise and politic as possible. So thank you all for that extra work as well as the regular board work. I remember about a year ago, I started trying to come to as many of these meetings as I could. And my first impression at the first meeting was how much education work was part of public health work. And I thought that was really an exciting discovery for me. And I think it's related to your comments, sir. that people my age and older are remember vaguely the things our parents were afraid of. And we need, I hope that you all will help the new director, the new officer, have the education role of fitting that to the science and the health and the epidemiology and the polluted water and restaurant inspections and all of those things. Educate us, because I'm an English teacher. I don't know all those things, and all my community member friends, none of us know all those things. We need to keep learning. And that's a great role for the board and for the department. Thank you. Carry on.
Thank you. That concludes public comment section. Next item on the agenda, time and place of next regular meeting will be June 21st. It'll be at 4:30 PM in the council chambers on the 4th floor. And last item is adjournment. I get a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you all very much.
That'd be a good idea.
Like I said, it's just a matter of time. It was a, I don't wanna say plan. Right, but if
You can have
like,
a-
like.